everyone, it's Tara. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another weekly reading vlog. I'm sorry I haven't posted reading vlogs the past couple weeks. Time just got away from me, so I did film like a mid-month check-in to kind of catch you up on what was going on in my life and reading. So I'm back at it with another weekly reading vlog. So my reading plans for this week. I am currently reading My Life in France by Julia Child. I am not super far into it. I'm at page 96, but I'm enjoying it. It's reading really easy, more like a fiction than a nonfiction. So I'm really enjoying that because it makes it easier to read. And you definitely see snippets of Julia Child's life that were featured in the movie Julie and Julia, which is awesome. So I'm having a good time reading it. So hopefully I will get this finished this week. Then I am starting a buddy read with Tia today. So I'm going to try and read my chapters before I go to John's mom's house. And we are buddy reading Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. We are reading 4 chapters a day for 8 days because there's 32 chapters. So I'm excited to see how I like this. Tia and I have both heard somewhat mixed reviews about it, but I'm excited to get into it. It's set in Yale. I live in Connecticut, so I'm hoping that, there's some familiar places or streets or something that gives me a little bit added connection to the story. We'll see. It's set at a college. I love books set in schools. We'll see how it goes. I'm cautiously optimistic about this one. Then I'm doing another buddy read. So I did not talk about this buddy read in my March TBR because it came up after that, but I'm really excited about it because I have enjoyed buddy reading with her in the past. So me and Rainey are going to start reading Vanity Fair by William Makepeace Thackeray. I just posted a 5 on Friday about classics I want to read, and this was one of them. Rainey and I had talked about it even before I posted that video. She just purchased a copy of Vanity Fair, and she mentioned it, and it just kind of was so serendipitous how it all came together because I had just talked about how I wanted to read this. She just purchased it, so we said, you know what, let's buddy read another big classic together. So we are possibly starting this today. If not today, we're starting it tomorrow. So we'll see how this goes. I really enjoyed buddy reading War and Peace with her, and I'm excited to do another one. So those are my reading plans for this week. I also have my audiobook going, which is All the Missing Girls. I'll probably finish that tomorrow or Tuesday at work. We'll see when it actually gets finished. So I will update you guys probably when I get back from John's mom's house and let you know how I'm going with reading. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Hey everyone. So we are back from lunch with my mother-in-law. It's 8 o'clock at night, so we've been back for a while now. I just finished reading my chapters of Ninth House. Well, I finished this 20 minutes ago. It's interesting so far. There's alternating timelines. So one timeline is answering questions, and the other timeline is what's happening in the present. And it's a little bit confusing, switching between those, just because they seem to be pretty close in time, if that makes sense. It's not years and years apart. It's fairly close in time. So we'll see. But so far, not a lot has happened. We only read the first 4 chapters, but it follows Alex, who is a student at Yale, who kind of stumbles into becoming a student, never really had any ambitions of going to Yale. She's actually sought out because of a specific skill that she has. And she becomes a member of this society that seems to be in charge of controlling or keeping an eye on magical happenings. That I'm enjoying the fact that it has some paranormal elements. There are ghosts in this so far, called Greys. So it's interesting. The timeline's a little bit confusing, not horribly confusing. And there's just a lot of questions because you don't know a lot about this society and what's going on yet. I'm watching a booktube video right now, so I'm going to finish that, and then I'm going to start Vanity Fair. Rainey read a couple chapters today, so I'm going to try and stay on pace with her. So I'm going to read that next, and then when I'm done with that, I'm going to switch over to My Life in France. So those are my plans for right now. Just cuddled up on the couch, being lazy, getting prepped to go to work tomorrow. Because I do have to go to work tomorrow, my work is still like business as usual despite everything going on at the moment. At least for now, we're business as usual. It's a small business. We do a lot of work like online via emails and stuff. So no real need for us to not go to work, at least yet. So gotta prep for regular Monday work day. So I will try and update you guys before I go to bed. Hey everyone, so it's about 9:30 on Sunday night. I'm getting ready to just kind of lay down and go to bed. I'll probably read for a little bit, but I did want to let you guys know I did read the first 2 chapters of Vanity Fair, which is what Rainey and I decided to read today just to kind of get into it. It's interesting. I'm liking it. It took me a little bit to get back into like that mindset of reading books from this time period, just because it is a little bit harder to read because it's not a like language and writing style that I'm familiar with. But I really like Becky so far as a character. I feel like she's going to be like kind of like snarky, sarcastic, have a little bit of an attitude, and I like that. I was messaging Rainey, or am currently messaging Rainey about it, and we are wondering if there's going to be like a good versus evil type like play going on between Becky and Amelia. So don't spoil it for me if you know, because I know next to nothing about this book. So I like going into it blind and seeing what happens. So I'm going to go to bed. I will be taking My Life in France to bed with me. So I'll be reading a little bit of that before falling asleep. So I need to go put the boys in their homes and wash my face, and then I will be going to laying down and going to bed. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Hey everyone, so it is Monday evening, like 6:30ish maybe. We got home from work and just like ate dinner, just finished eating that. I'm getting ready to take a bath because I've had like a stressful day with all this like hype and, you know, hubbub in the news, and it's getting to me. So I asked John if it was okay for me to just like take a bath and relax for a little bit. But before I do that, I wanted to update you guys. I did finish All the Missing Girls by Megan Miranda at work today. It was not my favorite. I didn't hate it. I didn't like the format. I didn't like it like working backwards. That was a little bit confusing to me. And like I think I've said, it might not be so bad if I had read it physically, but listening to it, it was kind of confusing. And I didn't love the ending. And now I'm not going to say like, obviously I'm not going to spoil it because it's a mystery, but I just felt like the ending was kind of like open-ended. And I mean, there's not like a firm, like this is what happened. And I don't love that. And I feel like for a mystery, like there should be a pretty firm resolution, at least in like who done it. And I feel like it wasn't super firmed up. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something because I listened to the audio, but I just tried to like reread the last couple chapters and I don't feel like I missed anything. So I don't know. It wasn't my favorite. It's probably like a 3-star for me. I haven't officially rated it yet. Sorry, the dogs are barking in the background. But yeah, I don't think, like, I might unhaul it. I don't think I'm ever going to read this again. It was okay, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet, but it wasn't my favorite. So I am now going to go take a bath, and then I'll do my buddy reading for both Vanity Fair and Ninth House. So I will check in with you guys a little bit later. Hey everyone. So it is Thursday, March 19th. Sorry, I've been like super absent this week. My mind's just like not been in a good headspace lately with everything going on. I've just been like putting unnecessary stress on myself. Yeah, so I haven't been doing a lot of reading. My primary focus this week has been on Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. I am buddy reading this with Tia, and I'm like a full day behind on my reading, but I'm hoping I can catch up. I'm finding it confusing, and I don't know if it's just because I like am not entirely focused on reading right now, so it's just like I'm getting distracted, but I feel like I'm missing important information, and I don't like that feeling, I guess. Like it's intriguing enough for me to keep reading and like try and figure it all out and piece it all together, but I just feel like I should know more than I do, and I don't know if it's been said and I just missed it or if it's just been left out. So we'll see how that goes. I haven't listened to an audiobook since finishing All the Missing Girls. I am currently reading 3 books, Ninth House, and then I started Vanity Fair, and then I'm still reading My Life in France. But like I said, this week has just been not great for reading right now, just because of like my headspace. It's just not in it. So we'll see if I can get over that today. So I will maybe update you on lunch, if not lunch, today after work. Because my Thursdays evenings have freed up because the salon had to close. So, yep, that's fun. So I will touch base with you guys at some point later today. Hey everyone, so it's Thursday night. I just finished editing a video, my 5 on Friday video that will go up tomorrow. And I'm trying to figure out what career I want to do for the Magical Readathon that starts in April, or is in April. And I think I figured out what career I want to do, which is Hogwarts professor. Now, my dilemma is, do I pick subjects? Because there's only one like required subject, which is Defense Against the Dark Arts, and everything else is like just pick what subject you want to teach, and then you have to pick like 5 additional subjects. You have to get an owl, and so you have to get 7 owls. So now I'm trying to decide if I choose subjects based on what the prompts are, not knowing what the prompts are for the newts, or do I choose subjects that I would like really be interested in if I were to attend Hogwarts? So I'm trying to decide that right now. And it's giving me like, I'm like getting all like worked up about it. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, how do I make this decision? Like, do I go based on what I want to read, or like take it seriously? And like, what would I actually want to do if I was actually trying to become a professor at Hogwarts? I just don't know what to do. I think I'm going to take a bath and think about this. I have to figure this out because I need to film my TBR video like this weekend, and it's Thursday night at 8 o'clock. So I have to figure this out at some point. I don't know. How do you guys choose your careers and whatnot? Do you go based on like the prompts, or do you go based on what you would actually want to do? Let me know. Hey everyone, it is Saturday morning, like 10:30. It's been a tough week. So I haven't done as much reading as I had hoped. My buddy read with Tia has just like, because I've been so distracted, like I'm like days behind in my reading. And then yesterday was a really, really tough day at work. Yeah, I don't want to go into like too many details because I'm going to get emotional. My plan right now, I like have laundry going, I have the dishwasher running, so while all of that is going on, I am going to try and catch up in my reading of Ninth House because I need to, because we're supposed to finish the book tomorrow and I'm like a good 2 days behind in my reading. So I'm going to try and sit and read for a little bit and just get my mind off of everything. So I will check in with you guys in a bit. Hey everyone, so it's now like 4 in the afternoon. So I caught up on my reading of Ninth House. I finished my readings like through today. So I really only have the chapters for tomorrow. So the book's good. I've just spent most of it confused, which I've mentioned a few times previously. I'm just like, there's a lot to digest. There's a lot of things, like different houses do different things and you don't know what those things are. It's very confusing, but like overall the story's really good and interesting and I'm really enjoying it. It's just a little bit confusing. So I'm putting this down for the day since I finished and then caught up. I need to read a few chapters of Vanity Fair because I'm behind in that as well. And then I guess I'm just gonna go to My Life in France. I might actually, before I do My Life in France, I might read like one of the middle grade books I got, just because I need some like light, easy reading after my week. So I might do a middle grade book and then go to My Life in France. I don't know what I'm going to do, but first I'm going to catch up in Vanity Fair. So I'm going to get some more water and then start reading that. All right, everyone. So I have now caught up in Vanity Fair as well, which is awesome. I've been talking to Rainey, just making sure that I am exactly where she is, and I am. So I have caught up on both of my buddy reads, which makes me feel better about things. So now the boys are eating their dinner. I'll start making mine and John's dinner in a little bit. And then it's just going to be more reading, I think, tonight, just helping me escape reality for a little bit. So I think I'm going to read at least another chapter or two of My Life in France, and then I might pick up like a middle grade book. We'll see. Hey everyone, so it's 7:30. John and I ate dinner, and we've been watching a little bit of How I Met Your Mother, but I was also reading My Life in France, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm about halfway through it right now, and I'm really enjoying reading the stories like from Julia Child's perspective, in her own words, that I get snippets of in the movie Julie and Julia. I really love Paul. Paul's so good to Julia, and he just loves wine, which makes me happy. One complaint I have so far is that there's a lot of French in this book, and it's not like they don't provide a translation for it. And I think most of it is like food or like just common French phrases that there might not be a direct translation for, but it leaves me a little bit confused at times. But overall, I'm really enjoying it, just like my sister said I would. So right now I decided that I'm going to rewatch Julie and Julia because I've had a tough week and it's one of, if not my favorite movies, and it just makes me happy. So I'm going to rewatch Julie and Julia for the I don't know how many time. And then I'll probably do some more reading. So I'm going to pour myself a glass of wine and watch this movie. Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday morning. It's like 9:30. I've just been kind of hanging out this morning. John's still in bed. I don't know if he's sleeping or what he's doing, but he's still in the bedroom. So I watched a couple booktube videos this morning, and then I finished Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. This was an interesting one for me, and I'm having a hard time trying to figure out what I'm going to rate it because I enjoyed the story. Good morning. Okay, sorry about that. John's now making coffee. So I enjoyed the book, but I got distracted, and so it confused me a little bit because each society of Yale has like a different like magic that they use or different like abilities, and that was kind of confusing. And I think it was more that like they didn't say like, oh, Skull and Bones does this and Book and Snake does this. Like it was like as you met the societies through Alex, that's how you figured out what they did, which I like that typically, but it was confusing for some reason. And I think it's more where my head was at mentally than the book itself. So yeah, this is the first book in a new series. So it does end kind of on a cliffhanger. So I'll probably continue the series when the books come out. because it's intriguing enough to me. I mean, it's set at Yale and in Connecticut, obviously, and so that's fun to read about. It talks about Yale secret societies, real secret societies that actually exist, except, you know, the magic thing is not real. So overall, I enjoyed it. It was a little bit confusing. I'm probably going to give it between 3.5 and 4 stars. I haven't solidified that yet. So that's that. It was a good time, albeit confusing. I don't know what I'm going to pick up next. I do still need to read My Life in France, read more of that. I loved watching Julie and Julia last night. It was nice to revisit that movie because it's like my favorite movie. And then rewatching it, having read the book and now reading My Life in France, getting more of Julia Child's life, it's enjoyable. The movie's that much more enjoyable. So, yep, I'm going to eat breakfast now and then probably edit and maybe film my Owls TBR, which means, John, are you ready to film the Owls TBR at some point today?
Yeah.
John's doing the owls, guys. It's very exciting. So maybe we'll do that today. All right, my arm's getting tired, so I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey everyone, so it is Monday morning. I just wanted to wrap up this past week's vlog. I didn't get a ton of reading done, but I also didn't do as horribly as I thought I did, if that makes sense. So I did read Ninth House in completion. It was a buddy read with Tia. Really enjoyed it overall. I was confused a lot of the time, but overall the plot of the story kind of wins out over me being confused. So I decided to give this 4 stars. I also started Vanity Fair, which I'm doing as a buddy read with Rainy. We're kind of taking our time with it, reading only a couple of chapters a day. So enjoying this one so far as well. Also, in the middle of My Life in France, I'm about halfway through right now. Another one that I'm really enjoying. I listened to All the Missing Girls on audio. This one was all right. It's not my favorite. I gave it like 3 stars, I think. I think it was confusing, especially listening to the audio. So, I mean, the story itself was okay, but I didn't like how she chose to tell it. So, it was an all right reading week, all things considered. It was stressful as far as my life goes. So, I'll take the reading that I got done because it's better than nothing. So, yeah. Thank you so much for watching another weekly reading vlog. I will see you in the next one. Until next time, happy reading. Bye.